Your usual routine of a bath, tisane, and some light reading hits a snag when the washroom's door doesn't open. Who's there? It's me. Apologies, I didn't know it was taken. The water splashes from the other side of the door. I won't take too long. You're still not used to being the only guest of the refrain, perhaps because Brother Mattia goes out of his way not to inconvenience you. After a couple minutes, Aleste knocks on your door. I'm done. You thank her, proceed to take your bath. Once you leave the washing room, you are welcomed by the side of Brother Mattia and Aleste talking out just outside the rooms. And you are yet to leave this place even for a small walk? That's right. How much longer must you remain hidden? I don't know. Aleste turns toward you with the gravity befitting of a sister of dusk. I left something of great importance behind. I cannot leave. I can get it for you. What is it? I'm implying you need to go back. Is it more important in your life? Did you leave it in the temple? Did you leave it in the temple? I wish, if that were the case, I could have asked Ascanio to fetch it for me. No, what I need is a portrait, you see. It is currently in the hands of an artisan. Brother Mattia arches an eyebrow. I wanted a reproduction of the painting in gold leaf to adorn a reliquary for my mourning shawl. What's stopping Ascanio from going to this artisan? He lives all the way in La Marina. No mage can leave the city to go there. A terrible feeling insinuates itself in your mind, dangerous enough that you cannot let it go. What does she look like again? Quite peculiar, I must admit. I have never seen someone with so many spectacles on her person. Fucking Renzo! Of all the goldsmiths in the city and beyond, Renza got the job. I know of her. What's her name again? Camilla. Silas did warn you that Renza likes to use pseudonyms with her clients. She's a Laverna. Her glee quickly wanes when she sees your face. Josie? I'm afraid that this Camilla belongs to the rabble that chased you, Aleste. What? Not all of them bear scars. Those without any power among their ranks certainly don't. Aleste is beside herself, rightfully so. After leaving House Fidelio, it became impossible for her to conduct business with anybody she knew. Renzo was introduced to her as someone who would take the job without asking too many questions or caring about her lost title. And how betrayed she feels, having fed that viper with information that was used to terrorize her. With Brother Mattia's help, you assuage her fears. As long as she doesn't leave the guest house, she is safe from harm. What will happen to the portrait? I'll do it. They both look at you, incredulous. I have my ways. If something happened to you because of me, it won't. I've met Renza before. She is not much of a threat when she's alone. She'll be open for parley. To do so, you must have something to offer her. She's always been partial to my brooch. A moment of silence passes among you. Your idea seems reasonable to Brother Mattia and Aleste both. I will pray for your safety. As will I. May you evade the Lady of Dusk's gaze. You curtsy and walk to the staircase under their worried eyes. The sun's scorching rays whip your skin once you leave the shade of the city. Only reptiles seem to enjoy the heat. Tiny lizards baked atop rocks, or snakes brazenly uncoiled at the side of a dirty path. Dirt path. As you pass the cold-blooded creatures, you are reminded of your previous visit to Renza. You twisted her thoughts to leave on civil terms. The cobblestones that pave La Marina drown in the golden sand. On the other side of the river, a massive boat is under construction. Its planks remind you of the ribcage of a giant. The curtains of Renza's workshop are drawn to shield her from the direct sun. Knock knock. You approach the door and rap on it twice. You hear footsteps and Renza's muffled voice from the other side of the door. What? I'm busy. Here on behalf of the glassblower, come up with the outlandish lies. Here on his Leste's behalf, there's a fire. Glassblower. I'm here on the behalf of the glassblower. Oh, that's earlier than I expected. As soon as she cracks the door open, you force yourself in. Who are you? Instead of pushing you out, she steps back. What are you doing here? You close the door behind you. A lacquered box with jeweled corners crowns her work table. This must be the reliquary box Aleste commissioned. The bare wood of the lid is singed where gold leaf portraits should be. The box is incomplete, you're afraid. As for the portrait you're looking for, it's stowed on the top of the bookshelf. Renza is brandishing a tool, a fine hand file, in front of herself like a weapon. Be quiet. The abyss within her, refined and polished like a gemstone, is a mirror for your command. It shatters, reflecting your darkness. The hand of the tool lowers, and her expression turns mellow. Excellent. Renza is supposed to be a high-ranking member of Laverna. She might know what Silas doesn't. You have kidnapped, tortured members of the clergy. What business does Laverna have with Sister Aleste of Dusk? Give me that. Hearing you mention their name drenches you in... Hearing you mention their own name drenches in her dread. The reliquary she commissioned is still a work in progress. You expect her to tell you more, but she seems to find that a satisfactory answer. Well, damn. Please, she was chased in the streets by your people. Not under my orders. Whose then? The patron lord and matron lady Fidelio insisted their granddaughter be returned to them. Hi, Joe! How are you, gamer? How are things? How are the cats? You can hardly believe your ears. Aleste's own blood hired those ruffians. One more thing. You have kidnapped and tortured members of the clergy. Why? Only those that were inconvenienced. One of them escaped us somehow. She's talking about Brother Mattia. How are they an inconvenience? We're not supposed to attract the attention. By antagonizing some of our members, they made an enemy of us all. But why desecrate Brother Armine like that? She shrugs. His eyes were plucked out, his eyelids and lips sewn shut, and his robes concealed the worst of it. Then Renza shrugs. Your eyes fall on her dainty hands. Renza looks so inoffensive, more concentrated with the precision of her craft than the brutality of Laverna, and yet she has underlings of her own, and the coin she makes flows into Laverna's pockets. Have you ever killed someone? What do the people under you do? What do you think of the current Laverna? Oh, fuck. Ugh, big stretch. What do? They make sure those who owe me pay their dues and keep an eye out for pieces I might like. There she stands, inoffensive Renza, surrounded by her gems and tools. Who would succeed Laverna should she perish? Yo, 10 stream streak, hell yeah, gamer! Let's go. Let's go. Another member of her cohort, why? Aren't you such a member? She nods. How would the Laverna act under the leadership of someone like Renza? It would definitely be less bloody after enough time. Would it be any different than a regular merchant guild specialized in luxuries? Hope I'm doing better than yesterday. Hope stream is going well. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're doing better than you were yesterday. Take it easy on yourself. Do what you can to, like, you know, be chill. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Stream is going well. I made out with my bard boyfriend, so yippee, yahoo. It was perfect. It was wonderful. I acted normal. Blah, 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 blah. Why are you asking? It's your turn to shrug. These are all hypotheticals, of course. Congrats. Thank you. Oh, I could kill her. No, I'm not gonna kill her. Thank you for your cooperation. Are you leaving? After taking this, you grab the oval portrait on top of the cabinet. Why do you need that? I'm sure you must have guessed by now. You raise your other hand, shadows coalesce in your palm, forming mesmerizing shapes. Tell anyone I was here, and you will have a taste of my retaliation. Enthralled as she is, she takes in your threat without a reaction. You leave. Just as you close the front door, your thrall breaks on her, muffled through the door. Her faint cry reaches you, carried by shadows, enamored with her pain. Fuck yeah, fuck Renza. Me and my homies hate Renza. You have violated the sanctity of her mind, and now only she feels the brunt of your actions. Whatever. I don't care. The sun is about to topple over the horizon when you step through the gates of the refrain with Aleste's treasure in your arms. Aside from her beloved memento, you have disturbing news to share with her. Patron Lord and Matron Lady Fidelio were behind her attempted kidnapping.
Surely not.
She is back, sister. Hey. When Aleste peeks from the staircase, you present the portrait to her. She almost trips over her robes in her frantic descent. My beloved. She clutches the painting in her arms, caressing the canvas where her husband's cheek has been made immortal by pigments. You are unscathed. Brother Mattia takes your arm in disbelief of your accomplishment. Blessed be the Lady of Dusk, for she spared you from her gaze. Oh, Chussie, how could I ever thank you for this? You don't want to spoil Aleste's joy with the grim news about her grandparents. Not tonight. At least. We'll save it for tomorrow. Oh, that's the new shirt? Oh, hell yeah, that looks adorable. Summer shirt. What you have learned about Fidelios from Renza has you distraught. You knock on Aleste's door. Good morning. Seeing her so mirthful is a double-edged sword. The painting she so coveted, the portrait of her husband, greets you from her above her undone bed. Chussie, what's with the long face? I have news. Breaks my heart to share with you what I have learned. I know who ordered them. Yeah, we're gonna cushion it. It breaks my heart to share with you what I have learned. Now you're scaring me. It's a serious matter. You lower your voice. Yesterday at the goldsmith's, I discovered who sent those ruffians after you. And just like that, fear overcomes her features. Ooh, who would do such a thing? The patron lord and matron lady Fidelio. The dread twists in on itself, turns Aleste's eyebrows into a knot that crowns her blazing eyes. How dare they go back on their word? I had to discard my parents and disown my name to live as a sister. Those were their conditions. And now they stoop so low to hire those ruffians to have me return. She stomps her foot on the floor. I refuse. As you should. Her eyes burn with defiance. Are those the scoundrels still looking for me? I can't say for certain. Brother Mattia's door cracks open. Sister, what has you so agitated? My apologies, brother. Did I interrupt your lauds? Her voice turns to a hush whisper. I must send a letter to my cousin. We have always been close. I pray she'll be inclined to help me. She reaches out for your hand to clutch it. Thank you again. You leave her to her letter, under the watchful gaze of her beloved husband, forever young in the painting on the wall. Once the dust settles, you decide to seize the day. Yippee! Thank you for the alert, gamer. Take it easy on yourself. You wonder how the leader of Laverna is doing. After finding a secluded alley, you plunge into the darkness to return to her domain of chipped rock and darkness. By now, you're familiar with the path it takes. As fast as the eye can see, you move from shadow to shadow until you reach her quarters. Ayo, lady. Ooh, nice eye. You find Laverna seated in her throne. Desecrated statue on the side is petrified mid-scream like a sick herald. Today she is not alone. A comely woman is kneeled on the carpets and the pillows strewn about. A stylized eye on her shawl and the coral horn-like earrings tell you that she is either very superstitious or a soothsayer. So that is... I'm under the assumption that the eye is also supposed to be like the evil eye kind of design, which if my knowledge is correct, that is not supposed to come off in the slightest unless it falls up of its own accord. So like, hot damn. That scarf's on forever. You keep your distance. You don't want her to see you today. What good is your gift if you can't tell me where the priestling is? I never claimed I could tell you where to find him. He could be in Oriani for all I care. For all I know. Laverna clicks her tongue and looks into her cup. He's in the city, of that I am certain. Behold the tower. The other woman looks into her cup and nods gravely. I'll ask you again, what am I keeping you for if you can't find him? The dance is in a few days, Laverna. My absence will be noticed. Laverna concedes with a cruel smile. They do love your antics there. To other matters, then. Do not fear the Laverna, that is the hidden name. I've narrowed it down to who's responsible for that tune. It's a red-haired minstrel. My man! That's my baby! She knows of Alpheon. There really aren't many redheads around here. Any reason why they have managed to avoid us? None, Laverna. You might want to start rounding them up before the shite song spreads. As you wish. Laverna tries to drink from the cup, but only sediments are left. Her face scrunches in disgust. Oh, she's doing like the telling the fortune with tea. Spying on her has confirmed that the plan you set in motion is working, slowly but surely. She seems vicious and revengeful, and strangely accurate in her divinations. She could also see you from within the shadows. By all accounts, she seems blessed by the abyss. Yet, the darkest hour will see her blood spilled on the ground, and make it fertile for your roots to spread. You observe the two a while longer before leaving. Okay, bye. That morning, you descend to the stairs to the dining hall to see a disgusted Aleste crumple a piece of paper. Oh, is your cousin being a piece of shit? Lady of Dusk, aid me. Can I help? What happened? Or else? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, Chussie. Ascanio stopped by to deliver a message. She smoothens the piece of paper and shows you the seal stamped on it, shaped as a shield, and depicts a hand holding the symbol of the triune goddess. This comes from the matron lady of the House Fidelio herself. It's an official summons, one that I could not normally ignore. Not even after leaving the house. Not even then. She flips the note. Instead of ink, smudged charcoal has been used to write a different message. Aleste, I beg of you, if you do not attend the dance, your sister will be forced to. This is from my mother. This is the real reason I'm being summoned to the Queen's dance. There's a ball? Ah, fuck yeah! Where's my water? Hold on. Water. Delicious. Thirst. Your vision clouds, your head fills with warmth. The Queen of the Woods is locked in a deadly dance with her hunters. Such a spectacle is no match for the glory of the abyss. You return to your senses, pleasantly surprised to still be standing. Aleste, who is the Queen of the Woods? You remembered something. It is not a person, it's the fowl they hunt. The whisper did mention hunters. This Queen's dance sounds like a hunting festival. No, it's not a dance. Is that the case? Hearing you ask me about it is so bizarre. The Queen's dance is the matchmaking event for Carolesian nobles. Oh, it is kind of a dance. It's like the Bridgerton Ball. Those who enjoy hunting gather their dogs and compete among each other to bring back as many Queens of the Woods, fowls, as I said, as they can. Those who stay behind in the lodges have a competition of their own, the dances. Every year, an extraordinary hunter and an exceptional dancer emerge from the Queen's dance. They are considered the most desirable partners for marriage. It is the Bridgerton Ball! I've only seen one season, but I know about shit. Where does the event take place? In the Forester's Hide. Every major noble house has a villa there. This year, the dance is hosted by the Aquilus. She has mentioned that name to you before. Every house sends available candidates, and their job is to represent the house well, impress each other, and form beneficial arrangements. Her smile turns softer. I met my husband there. His family had managed to score an invite, and he was out of his league. I minded at the time, yet a part of me found him endearing. Aleste's thought turned to a sweeter time, one that mellows the abyss within her for a moment. Aww. Why does the Whisper want you to attend? Why do the shadows want me to go to the ball? Did I attend? You don't mind me being earnest about your past, do you? You are a different person. I wouldn't want to hurt you. Before taking my vows, I reveled in vanity myself, but you made vice a way of living. The Queen's dance was yours to terrorize. Wow, we were a fucking bitch. Did nobody ever give me a piece of their minds? Nobody dared displease a Legrande. Ugh. I envied you a bit, you know? With all your brothers and sisters married long before you were born, you were allowed to be picky. Brothers and sisters? You're the youngest of 11. Oh, hot damn, our parents fucked. Jesus. Why does Matron Lady want me to attend? House Fidelio must be in dire need of money, or favors, or both, to ask of the members of the main branch. Knowing the Matron Lady, she has already made promises. If I do not attend, the next suitable candidate will. Cousin. Oh, your sister. Besides herself, Aleste shakes her head pleadingly. Who is not of age? The Matron Lady wouldn't, would she? Aleste's lips thin grimly. I can read words. She would. Once Luvisa debuts there, she will become a candidate for marriage, and her hand can be promised to this mysterious suitor. Uh-oh. Okay, Whispers. Calm it down. Such a spectacle is no match for the bloody glory of the darkest hour. Time has come. The reckoning is near. Are we going to find out who the Prime is? Truth of the abyss, of its welcoming embrace, shall drown in the lies of the false sun. The heavens will be no more. The hells will be no more. Caerlease will soon know this truth. The prodigal one shall cower in fear. The merriest amongst us all shall rule their thoughts. The most beloved shall rule their actions. Merriest amongst us all? Is that Albion? I am the most beloved? And you shall rule their hearts. Never mind, I am not the most beloved. I am just a guy. You blink and return to your body without alerting Aleste to your communion with the abyss. So many nobles in attendance. The Queen's dance is a perfect stage for the darkest hour. Is this a once-in-a-year event? Yes, it happens around the fortnight after the Everlasting Prime. The day is picked every year by astronomers to coincide with the Aphelion, I think it's called. Interesting. Don't ask me what it means. She must see you furiously counting the days because she provides the answer herself. The Queen's dance is in 3 days. Unsuspecting of the reason you're showing interest, she must come to terms with the impossible choice that she sees in front of her. How dare they consider my sister for it? She hasn't even had her 13th summer yet. Holy shit! 13th? Oh my god, no, she can't go. They're forcing your hands. She crushes the note once again. I cannot let them throw a child into that den of depravity. Alright, calm it down. They have won. I'll attend to appease the Matron Lady. So long as my sister doesn't debut, she can't be considered marriageable. I can buy her a year. We need to accompany Aleste. I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. You're what? You had all but forgotten about the Queen's dance, and now you're coming? You shrug. You can't come with me. Half the people there attended Miss Legrande's funeral. Curse that miss. Would a mask be too conspicuous? She stops to think. Well, there has to be a recent influx of guests from other lands, and the nobles from Dogado wear masks in public. Can you do a Dogadio accent? I don't even know what their language sounds like. Forget about the language. How are you going to find one of their masks here? Malik? Yeah, Malik. Malik must have some in his shop. Of course, you'll need an invitation. How hard would it be to forge one? Aleste's eyes grow comically wide. If you base your copy on mine, not too hard, I believe. She raises 3 fingers. Say you'll find a mask and forge an invitation. 2 lower, 1 stand upright. You'll need a dress fit for the Queen's dance on a 3-day notice. So do you. I have some pieces of my wardrobe that I have never worn in public. I'm afraid they'd look silly on you. God damn it. You're shorter, with narrower shoulders and less bust. I know a seamstress who died to get her hands on a dress fit for the dance. You think she'd tailor one on such short notice? I could pay her fee for you. I appreciate it. Another thought crosses your mind. Alpheon has his own role to play during the darkest hour. Should he not attend the event with you? I never thought I'd attend the Queen's dance again. She links arms with you. And with you as a friend. Her tone is jolly, but her eyes betray how worried she is. You have your own work cut out for you. Where should you start? Hell yeah. Dance time. Aleste promised you she'd pull strings to obtain both the invitation and the dresses tomorrow. With nothing to do but to worry, you decide to go to the Rose. You find Alpheon sitting at a table with papers strewn around and a charcoal stick in hand. What you doing, darling? The sheet he's writing on is covered in a list of rhyming words, some definitely made up. I am struggling. I was so stuck on the bridge of a little song. I am writing that I decided to put the notes aside and work on the lyrics instead. Oh, what torment. It turns out that I am being unable to It turns out that being able to talk fast is not equal to being able to rhyme fast. He's struggling, my poor, poor dumb man. Oh my god, water. With the pathos of a scorned poet, he shows you the source of his torment. Why did you choose to include a word like temperament? Just mentioning your beauty would make for a shallow serenade. Oh, it's a song about me? Ah, so he's working on the song he was writing for you. What brings you here aside from my magnetic looks and indomitable lyrical failure? Do you know anything about the Queen's dance? I can't say I do. You tell him everything, of the hunts, the dances, and the matchmaking event, and of Aleste being coerced into attending, and of the Abyss's interest in such a large gathering of nobles. Alpheon's cheer drains from his face. You want me to join you? Once the darkest hour bathes the city in blood, once a false sun topples and the Abyss rules Carolis, he won't be able to play minstrel any longer, not if Atreus to be believed. Oh shit. Do I want him to do that? I'm gonna save. Shit. I don't know what he wants. I don't want to, like, lose my immortality, or my immortality. I'm not gonna sacrifice that, but I want him to, like, be happy. What does this do? It does make me happy to hear you can't get enough of me. I know you didn't say it, but you thought it loud enough that I could hear. With a smile, he cups your face. Thank you. Fuck yeah! What did I do? You see me for me, which reminds me, I should probably wear a disguise myself. Oh, we're going to the dance together. Oh, hell yeah. Different hair, maybe a shirt should be enough. Maybe another shirt. Different hair. I'm quite fond of this style, so it won't be too different, else it's going to be a pain to restore. The innkeeper approaches you with a mug in his hand. His usual scowl is gone. He is smiling. Anything to drink for the miss? Maybe some wine to share? Yes. Coming right up. He returns a moment later with a pitcher of sweet wine and 2 cups. When he leaves, you exchange a look with Alpheon. What can I say? That nosy old thing likes seeing me. He gestures to his own face. In love? Yes, but I do bear in mind, should you ever break my heart, his fury will know no bounds, for a mopey minstrel brings no coin. Listen, you can just sing Wonderwall or any kind of emo song you want, and I'm pretty sure some people would be into it. You spend the rest of the day with Alpheon. Once the sun begins setting and he plucks the first strings of his lute, you do hear a difference in the way he sings. It's heartfelt now, warm and tender like his feelings for you. Yippee! Alright, we're not gonna go to herself, but we'll go to Anelia. Morning comes and an eager Aleste is waiting for you in the main hall of the refrain. There you are. I made arrangements for the dress, but I'm afraid I can't help you much with the invitation. She hands you an unsealed scroll, illuminated borders encase the next text in botanical motifs. I had my cousin Orietta look into the invite list for me. In the past 3 years or so, a certain Miss Serena Ipsissima I'm having a stroke. Ipsissima from Venier from Dogado has been invited to the dance but has never attended. Nobody knows anything about her. Holding your hand as if it were clutching a mask, you bow to Aleste as Serena Ipsissima would. I'll make her join for the first time in 3 years. She grins, clearly of the same mind. You have your work cut out for you, Miss Venier. You have 2 days to forge an invite. I am in need of a miracle. I believe in us. I suppose I could pray for the Lady of Dusk to instill you with artistry and ingenuity. Before I do that, we have a dress to take care of. We should head to the Stitch and Seam, where your seamstress friend works. I had the servants deliver 3 chests with all my unused dresses in there. 3 chests? We'll take up more space in the walking area of the shop. How many dresses? 7 of them. Jesus. The poor flock to the Temple of Dawn to be given soup that is more water than substance. While all the while nobles spend a small fortunes for their parades and fashion. One is so precious that it is stored in a chest all its own. Your brain itches. After witnessing an abject poverty, you wonder why it's allowed to exist next to such ludicrous wealth. I've never been to the Stitch and Seam, but you'll have to be my guide. We're gonna eat the rich, right? I feel like it's what we should do. You take her arm and leave the guest house. It's not far, I promise. With her jaw clenched, she nods, though she'd be happy to finally be outside. You thought she'd be happy to be outside, but she looks on edge. When you're around the corner, she looks over your shoulder, and then when you walk past an alley, she peers into it to make sure that it's empty. We're being followed, you're safe with me. No, you're safe. You're safe with me. Oh? I mean it. I've picked up a trick or 2 in my leave from the Citadel. Are you ever going to show them to me? Who knows? Once the Stitch and Seam enters your vision, you point it out to Aleste. There it is. 2 servants are sitting against a miniature mountain formed by 3 gigantic chests. They spot Aleste and jump upright, bowing as she approaches. There is no need to be formal anymore. Chussie? Anelia's cry startles you all as she runs out of the shop, outside the shop with a smile as bright as the sun, followed by the head seamstress. Chussie and Lady Fidelio, thank you again. Thank you for your patronage. I picked the dress I thought would fit you best, one of the richest, most scrumptious greens I've ever seen. Green? Really? That's the color? Okay. Aleste mutters something to herself that sounds awfully like, that's the one my father gifted to me. Anelia herself, Anelia here still had your measurements, Chussie, so she already went to work. I was shortening the sleeves. Her eyes dart from you to Aleste. The skirt's length also needed adjustments, and the bust will need the most work, I think. What are you saying about my titties? You saying my titties are small? I feel like it's what you're telling me. But okay. Lady Fidelio, please come inside. Enticed by the generous pay, Anelia has fully embraced the opportunity to work on such a lavish dress. She takes your measurements and lets you try on the dress, then broods intensely over the cuffs. Perhaps I could bunch the fabric together and cover it somehow? This is for the Queen's dance, right? The question takes you by surprise, but it shouldn't. Anelia was a noble after all. Have you ever attended it? House Casteldon fell from grace long before my debut. She sets the needle down and smiles. I got a taste of it thanks to this dress, even if fixing it will drive me mad. Is it that bad? She bunches the fabric on the chest together. I need something as beautiful as this fabric of a matching color to conceal the stitches here. She spends a moment mumbling to herself before her face lights up. Anelia? Lady Fidelio, might I ask something of your servants? And just like that, Anelia floats into the other room to request materials. Oh my god, look at you, Aleste! Gorgeous. Stunning. A queen. You catch a glimpse of Aleste's garment. Its bright yellow silk reflects the light so beautifully. But she doesn't seem too thrilled to wear it. You can see relief wash over her when she returns to her sisterly robes. While her dress needed only minor adjustments, yours will require the rest of the day and most of tomorrow. I should be ready when you come back. Anelia got her wish granted, and now is furiously sketching on a loose sheet. Are those peacock feathers? The seam will need to be hidden, but I might use a clasp and some buttons. No buttons. Slightly concerned, yet also pleased to see Anelia so engrossed in work she clearly enjoys, you leave the shop. Okay. You unroll the lavish vellum, illuminated with the details in gem-like inks. You lack the time, materials, and skill to make a convincing copy. I won't be able to fool anyone with it. You should ensure that nobody can inspect it. I could destroy it as I unroll it. You need to pass it as an accident. With a heavy sigh, you take a seat at your writing desk, which holds a modest selection of inks and vellum similar quality to the invitation. You try your best to copy the text, but the illumination is too fine for your quill. It depicts a hunting scene on a lattice of leaves, each painted in shimmering colors. Oh, we're fucked. We can't forge shit. Curiously enough, the leaping dog that decorates a corner has an apple in its maw. You stare at the red fruit, transfixed in thoughts. The Queen's dance is as much about the hunt as it is a revelry. Would the hunting dogs be loose during a reception? Would they resist the appeal of food? You picture yourself smearing a buttery steak on the inside of the invitation. Strolling by the kennels, they would rip the document apart, hopefully well enough to hide the penmanship and poor details. Aleste. You knock at her door and hear her thoughts on the plan. Brother Mattia is the one who opens it. How is your calligraphy exercise going? Horribly. Thank you for asking. You show him the stark difference between the two scrolls. Oh. Did you even try? Aleste! At the start, yes, and then I had to draw all the borders, and then I was hit by a flash of insight. You share with her what you came up with a minute ago. The shredding of the invitation to mask the dubious appearance. I guess I could pay a servant to let the dogs loose when we arrive. You should have expected them to be in their kennels during the reception. As for the steak, it should not be prepared with garlic or onion. They're bad for dogs. Thank you, Mattia. No seasoning for dogs. Good to keep in mind. She seems at a loss for words and shakes her head in disbelief. I'll be honest, it's a risky plan. What if the animals run away with the invitation, deliver it to their owner? What if the damage is not enough? You look at your subpar copy. It's worth a try. May the Lady of Dawn reward your optimism. It's in Aleste's hands now. She begins to drafting messages for the servants of the House of Fidelio. What were you doing in her room, brother? I saw the sister agitated and offered my ear to her. It is unlike him to be so brief. Let him change the topic. I don't want to pressure him. Tell me, Chissy, do you think I could go back to the temple anytime soon? Hope you wouldn't have to wait much longer, brother. He seems relieved. I fear a night more of seclusion might drive me mad. I need a distraction. He is itching for something to do. Anything to ward off the idleness and lift his spirits. Belfry. No, that's Ascanio's place. Bocce. He musters a smile. I won't go easy on you just because you're a beginner. The time you spend with him pours down the hourglass in a flash. Aleste returns with good news and joins you until the evening. Yippee!